Hey, it's Tim.
And it's Amy from GoWithLess. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. This comes out on New Year's Day. And here it is, New Year's Eve, 5 p.m. And your wild and crazy YouTube friends are doing our video. What else are we doing today? Because it's a busy week.
We're packing, we're editing videos, we're doing all sorts of changing addresses, fun stuff.
So if you have been with us for a while, you may notice that things are looking kind of sparse behind us. We are getting rid of almost all of our things, and this Sunday, we're out of our home this Sunday. So our art is gone. The buyer bought our furniture here, so thankfully we still have a kitchen table, or else that would be gone too.
Yeah, we're also going to pre-close on Friday, so we'll have that checkbox in terms of signatures and things like that. So just a few more things to do, and we are nomads.
So Sunday, we're nomads. And here is the thing. There are a lot of, things happening that had we really thought it out, we didn't have a lot of time to think it out because there's so much happening, I guess.
We had unlimited time to think it out.
We've had no time.
We just put it off. I think it's just,
We've been planning trips.
That's just like doing our video today. Last minute, that's sort of the way we roll. I think that's the same thing with this exercise.
Well, here are a few things that popped up in becoming nomads. We hadn't accommodated for all the extra time. So we had to change our address to our escapees. For those who don't know, we are going to be relocating to Texas with a fancy mail address. So we're not moving to Texas with a home. We're just moving there in mail. But we had to change all of our mailing addresses.
Not only that, but the logistics of our nomadic life. So this thing came together. We knew we were going to have a few weeks worth of gap where we had to fill in what we're going to do. We booked a cruise last week. We put that together last week. We're working on finishing the details of that. We're going to drive to Texas earlier than we thought. We have to work through the details of that. A viewer reached out and actually offered us a place to stay, potentially, so we'll see if that works out. And then we are still working through all the just minutia of what we have to do once we get in Texas as well.
And actually, that was kind of funny because we have mentioned before that viewers have offered us to stay, and we have kind of warned you to say, we do come. Well, we decided to make to spend a few days in Austin at the very beginning of our Texas road trip, and an hour later, a person who we haven't communicated with sent us an email out of the blue and said, hey, we're looking to be fire. We'd love to meet you guys, and if you're ever passing through Austin, come stay with us. Well, I'm like, hey, we're going to be there
3 days
next week. Yeah, so how crazy is that? So don't offer if you don't. We really might take you up on that. But yeah, so it is. And it's not just packing all of our stuff out. We are staying to just a 5x5 foot storage unit. So it's not that much stuff. We have no furniture. We have all of our furniture is going to be either given away or sold with our house. So there's very little that we are selling in terms of our furniture, but we've kind of found good homes for it. And here's what I guess I hadn't really considered is how much time it would take to say goodbye to our friends. We have, over 100, 200 friends here that we want to say goodbyes to. And that's all happening as we're packing out and doing our mail address and planning where we're going to sleep. And
So to say our hair's on fire is the least of it. Also, I am looking, we are planning to go to Southeast Asia at the end of next year. I found this great airfare on American Airlines. One way from Denver to Tokyo is 20,000 miles on American. There's this
in
web
coach.
Special. And so in coach. But nonetheless, it's incredibly cheap, and so we're negotiating the logistics of that.
Between us.
Between us, that's exactly right. Do we want to do that or something? Anyway, so we have all these things going on, plus we're throwing other irons in the fire, so it's just like I said, the way we roll.
Well, just a little bit of what's happening in 2020 for us. We are pretty much booked up through November, so we can't wait to share our whole plan. We had to kind of make an easy to edit video, and throwing all kinds of plans takes longer to edit, so we had to keep it kind of easy today. We hope that you understand. But we have a full calendar through November, and it looks like Tim, maybe even today, we're booking. I can't even imagine going. We've never been to Asia, and we don't sleep on planes to begin with. I guess if we're not going to sleep on planes to begin with, then what the heck? Why not be in, why spend so much money?
It's just 15 hours. No big deal.
But it hurts, and we're getting older.
It does. But 20,000 miles, hard to walk away from.
It's hard to walk away from. Come on. Like, we can't even get that in the U.S. for a lot of...
yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. So we cannot wait to share with you. Next time you see us, we're not going to be in our home anymore. So, like, enjoy the rust-colored wall behind us. And actually, here's another thing, is we're not going to have, like, you might not realize this, we have, like, kind of, like, fancy camera and a tripod and lights and a very, like, set or, like, situation right here that we know works for lighting.
Studio-ish situation. Ish.
Yeah. But we don't have that after this. So from now on, we're with, like, wonky lighting. So I hope that you'll bear with us, because we're going to be in place to place to place, but we can't wait to show you what we have happening. I'm just going to send out, like, some little, like, we're going to be in Scotland, we're going to be in Maui, we're going to be in Sonoma, California, we're going to be taking cruises, Tim said, and hitting the Caribbean and
we're going to be in Orlando, we're going to be in the cruise is going to all these exciting places.
Madrid and Provence, France, and England. Like, we have so much happening. So here's what I'm actually saying, is that our Fire 2.0 life has started, I guess, in like a week. So, like, our real freedom comes now that we don't have our children home. And once we don't have our home and our cars, like, I think that's where we're looking at, like, okay, we've been Fire since 2015. We haven't been working since 2015, really. So here we are. It's a whole new level of Fire in 5 days.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We actually owe our audience a variety of videos. We'll get to work on those in the new year. Probably next week is likewise going to be a little update on our crazy life, because we're going to be in the middle of Texas trying to figure out how that's coming together, working to get over to New Orleans, to get on this boat, to go on a cruise. So we have a lot going on, and we have to have some time to sit down and produce the content that we want to make for you guys.
And there is one thing I want to leave off with here. I was looking at my Facebook personal feed, just like I look every morning as like, hey, what did I post 8 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. Well, our first full year of, not our first full year, but we both fired in 2015. At the end of 2015, I did like a little recap on my personal Facebook. And one of the recaps were like included things that we learned, lessons that we had learned over the year. And one of them was that we didn't want to be nomads. So I didn't even know that we had this potential plan. It said,
I think it wasn't, you just loved being home was the gist.
We love being home. We love the routine of home. And so 4 years ago, I wrote that we had no plans, and we've said it on the Choose FI podcast a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, that we didn't want to be nomads. 4 years ago, I guess, but here's the funny thing, is on that post, it said, we learned that we don't want to be doing the long-term nomad thing. We want a home. So I didn't even remember 4 years ago that we wanted to be full-time nomads back then. And we decided not to. Now I'm at the point where I could not be more excited. Our life is so unbelievably exciting that I can't wait to share it. I just can't wait to do it. Happy New Year!
I'm very excited too. I'm not quite as effusive as Amy. If you've watched any of our videos, you probably realize this. But I am excited. It's really all inside. I'm very, very, very excited inside. Excited for this new year.
So to our viewers, thank you for joining us. We had a really big 2019 on YouTube and getting to know a lot of you online. We're hoping that we get to meet you out in the world. And so keep watching, because we're going to be unfolding our plans and showing you what our nomadic life looks like. I think things are going to shift quite a bit, because we've been in like getting ready mode for a long time, and now we're in like mode. It is the mode.
In mode. It's time to go, and we're very excited about it. So can't wait to share with you our journey.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to say Happy New Year. Leave any comment you want down below. I'm going to eventually get to these comments to respond, but we hope that you understand. You've been so fantastic, and
thank you so much
adore
for watching.
you. Hasta la vista. See you on the other side.
Adios.